Welcome back. Welcome to my vlog. I'm going to Canada and then home, which is Alaska. Then I come back to the place where I'm living right now. So let's do it. I started filming randomly a few days ago. We're just gonna throw it on there. Enjoy. This is a fun one. Hello. I'm leaving for a trip in 4 days and I wanted to see if I could get through a few books before then. So I just finished East of Eden. I think I feel really good about it. The ending was really good. Very interesting. I need to let it marinate before I want to give a real opinion. I mean, I took my time with this. I can grind through books, and it took about a week to go through it. And I read like 200 pages, the last 200 today. Haha. Anyways, so I don't know if this is going to be a reading vlog or just me updating you. I'm going to read a bit tonight. Let's start light from uncommon stars. Okay, this problem cannot just be mine, but how does anyone choose books to take when they're traveling? Here's what's happening right now. I keep trying to put them out and then I'm like, I'm taking these for sure. So here's what's happening. These are the remainder, well, mostly the remainder of the books from my July TBR. This is a great book to travel with, right? And these are the ones I'm like certain I'm gonna take with me because they're also short, that they'd be nice to get through on flights, and it'll really rack up my book with this one. For sure taking these, and then I have these. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, I should take these two. But then they don't take up as much room as this book did. So I'm like, I could take a third one, but like this is so short. Do I really want to take that short of a book? And I don't know. Maybe this is what we do. Maybe this is it. Guys, I don't know. But like I can't, they're my children. They're like the babies. Like how do you choose amongst your babies what books to bring? There's my first world problem right now. Problem. I'm just gonna start by finishing this one, which is really sweet. And man, I play the violin, so this being a violin themed book, like a heavy part of the book, is making me die. I love it so much. I am bringing the ones I was talking about. I'm leaving ladies' lunch because I have too many tiny books, and I'm gonna, when they're small and wonderful, I take my time, and I'm acting like these are gonna go fast, and they're probably not. Also, I have to actively ignore all the other books that I want to read because I can't think about it. I can't look around. I have so many books around me that I'm like, oh, now, read those now. And then I have to ignore them because I have to take one book at a time. You can read more than one book at a time. I work best if I just like get through one book, go to the next, get through one book, go to the next. One book at a time. And I know I'm gonna buy a good amount during my travels. Hopefully not too many. There's some staples I want though. That might be huge. Like some Tolstoy. This was fun. Thank you for going on that journey with me. But you know. And it's also that horrible feeling of having your, like, whatever your carry-on on your shoulder, your backpack or your big bag, like a tote on a plane, when you have so many books in there that it is hurt. That it hurts and it's like painful because my computer's on there, whatever journal I'm currently using, my artist's way, which I always carry with me, and then all the books. Because sometimes you don't want to read that one, so you want to put that one down and pick up another one. It's so hard. But this is a good heart. I enjoy this so deeply. I'm so grateful this is my heart. So, I'm not amazing at violin, but I play violin. I grew up playing. I did not grow up in a very strict Suzuki way. I grew up playing with my school, which did a great job. So I'm above average. I would say nothing more than that. But I feel like Snow White right now. There's a bunch of little critters and like all these birds are like collecting on the lawn. And I feel like they're coming to me because they hear me and they love me and I love them. This is what Snow White felt like. It feels pretty good. Shimmer. So I've been traveling around a lot and I have not been reading as much as I could have. Isn't that crazy? You think you're gonna go on a trip and read so much and then you end up not reading a ton. What is that? Isn't this jacket so cute? I just got this. My mom helped hook me up, so shout out to you, Mama. I'm going to Barnes & Noble. I finished Metamorphosis on very quickly. That's a very short book. It was really cool and really digestible. I guess it's called a horror just because people don't like the imagery of a bug. But there were some lines in there that I was highlighting, underline, circling in and all that. And then I started reading 100 Years of Solitude. Wow, it's crazy good. It's taking me so long to get through because I'm underlining everything. And I started annotating pretty heavily. So I've been adding tabs and I also just love going back to them and what is it I tabbed about this originally? Y'all, it's so good. So, but I'm also finishing tomorrow, which when I'm writing, I do my morning pages every day. I do tomorrow and times 3 because I can't write out tomorrow and 3 times every time I talk about I'm talking to myself about the books I want to read that day. But I don't write about it that much. Just when I refer to it, I'm tomorrow and times 3, Anyways, I think I'm going to go get this. I really want to get the Count of Monte Cristo, but I want to get the Penguin Classics edition with the really pretty hardback. Oh, I should do a little book haul from my travels, but I want to see if I can find it. I think they have several copies of it. And today's the last day that I get double points as a premium member of Barnes & Noble. Meaning my mom is a premium member and I use her phone number. Shh, don't tell. So I'll get double points for it today, which means I also get $5 off because I had a coupon yesterday I didn't use. I should do a little book haul when I get home in my cool jacket and these fun books I've been getting. Okay. Bye. Okay, we're going. Oh my gosh. Something about a Yoplait banana strawberry yogurt tastes like childhood. I was vegan for a long time and then now I'm vegetarian. So it's the first time I've had yogurt. It's not just Greek yogurt. Since I was 14 maybe. Wow, it tastes like my childhood. This was worth breaking it alone. I could make another video on that if I ever feeling it. But I just got back from my little errand and I want to talk about the books I've gotten so far. I know that I'll get some more when I get back to my other home. This is my hometown where I grew up. So, but I thought midway book haul, kind of fun. And maybe this will be the end of this video. I have no idea yet. I'm kind of vibing. So let's start with the book I found here. First, this is a classic that I didn't realize I had on my bookshelf from when it's in my, bedroom when I was a little girl. A teenager that I got on sale. It was a $5 clearance book. It looked good. But I had no idea it was a classic. In high school, it's called The Good Earth. This is a Pulitzer winner and Pearl S. Buck was a Nobel Prize winner. And this is a kind of a well-loved copy because I remember I paraded this around for a while because I wanted to read it. And then I remember I have a bookmark in here at 30 pages. So anyways, this is kind of fun because now that I'm more into these things, I get this book without paying for it. Well, I paid $5 10 years ago maybe, so that's cool. Should move my yogurt lid. And then I got a fun one. This one's kind of a little different. This is a Brandon Sanderson Oathbringer. It's the 3rd book in the Stormlight Archive series. I read the 1st and the 2nd book. Oh my gosh, nothing like a mass market paperback book smell. You know what I mean? Oh. As I'm editing these, I watch myself smell these books 8 times, and I literally am I have to. No, you look so weird, but also it's so real. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so real. My mom's watering the garden outside. Yeah, that's exciting. And I bought the other 2 at a used bookstore for $3 each, but I paid $10 for this, which still felt really good. And while it's hard, it's fun to read and whatnot, there is an aesthetic that comes with reading a mass market. You're yeah, that's right. Look at me read this. And you're saving money. So I'm it's worth it. When there was a really big floppy one for $25 and I was nah. Is that worth $15 extra? Maybe to some of you. The story will be the same. So for it is not. And I didn't crack the spine in either of the other 2 that I read. I kind of did this whole thing where you're like bam, 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 when you're flipping back and forth rather than just like, so yeah, this is exciting. And then, let's do my last fun one, and then I have 2 other big books I got. This one I just got, I'm so excited. So last time I was in my hometown, there's a Barnes & Noble here, and I was looking for this book, and they didn't have it, so I got another book by the same author that I'm using as my tripod right now. Yep. Well, not that book. Like, there's like a little stack of books. Very fitting for this video. But Girls Against God, Jenny Haval. This, the title sounds scary. Don't let this scare you off. Like, this is supposed to be a very radical feminist, like, fun book, and like pushes you. I can read what it's about really quick, actually. Let me just read this the blurb on the front here. Welcome to small town Norway. White picket fences run in strict rows, and strict white Christian values run deep. Here, a teenage woman gives in to the lure of rebellion, offered by the upstart black metal scene. She is a creature of obscure creativity and of a hatred she holds dear. She moves to Oslo, a site of weird convergences. A coven of witches cook up curses. Demons descend on a cafeteria. A time-traveling Edward Munch joins a metal band, closely pursued by his pubescent model, who has murder on her mind. Meanwhile, out deep in the forest, a group of schoolgirls lose their way and find only terrible strangeness. Awful things happen in Aspic. Jenny Haval's latest novel is a radical fusion of feminist thought and experimental horror, and a unique treatise on magic, writing, and art. So anyways, you can imagine why this sounds scary. And I love that. I'm like, don't be scared yet, but it totally does sound scary. Yeah, I think I'm in a phase where I'm like excited to read scary feminist things. Yeah, I don't know. I just want this to be part of my repertoire. And you can look up Goodreads reviews, and a lot of them are like hyping it up, and then a lot, I think, are scared. And fair enough. Fair enough. I think people love it or they hate it. So I can't wait to see what I think. But that's exciting. And I talked about this yesterday in my little blurb when I was writing to Barnes & Noble, and I didn't record anything else because I got there and forgot. I get so wrapped into the book world that I just forget that I can, like, record things while I'm in places. Yeah, that's right. What did I get? The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm so excited for this. One of my close friends just read this like a month or 2 ago. I love the movie. I've seen it twice, I think. Oh, I love it. That's one of my favorite movies, actually. I should go on my Letterboxd and update my top 5 movies. But, wow. And I know, why'd you buy it, this version? I love the hardback and we'll get into the next book I got, and you'll feel like, what, Afton? I thought you liked hardbacks. Or hardcover? What is it you all say? My partner always says, like, it's so funny you say hardcover. Or hardback. What is hardcover? Man, now I'm confused. I don't even know. But I like not having the spine broken, especially with, I feel like this will take me longer to get through. It's like a 1,200 page book, 1,300 pages. The unabridged version, obviously. I actually got a mass market version off like an outside of a bookstore on like one of those little like $1 book racks, but it was the abridged version. We want the unabridged version because a lot of reviews say that it leaves a ton out. It's obviously important to the story, and at that point it's like, water hose thing. But at that point it's like 400 more pages, so I feel like that's worth it. If you're already gonna read the thick boy, like commit and read the thick boy. Okay, last book I have for right now. I also have it in this cute little book bag. I got a book bag when I was in Canada. I went to an Indigo bookstore, and I got this book. I was really wanting it, and I wanted to find a copy in person because I wanted to order it off Thrift Books, but I need one that's like, you'll see. It says, between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be. So very cute, kind of cliche. But I love this idea of a book bag because I destroy my books because I'm constantly throwing them at things, and I think this just helps with friction. What is in the bag, you ask? Here, let's do it this way. Oh. War and Peace. Tolstoy. It happened. Who's so excited? Me. So yes, also, let's take note. What is this? A floppy back? A floppy back? Should we call them that now? Yes. But I was doing some testing. Like, this spine is not gonna crack. I don't know what magic they cast onto this book. But, like, are you joking? So, after a lot of debate, and, I mean, your dollar gets you further in Canada. It's like everything's kind of 20% off. So, I paid less for this in Canada than I would have in the US. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, Canadians, please correct me. Very open to that. Sorry, my hair is like so greasy and I'm using these glasses to like make up for the fact that my hair is greasy. Anyways, so it's exciting. Tolstoy. I don't think I'm gonna read this one yet, obviously. Really gonna read that one right now? But yeah, this is like not even 1,200 pages. Wow. But it's like laid out so like thick like lines. Like it's very readable. I want a book that felt digestible because some versions of this are very tiny font and like even though the pages are pretty thin. I might do this one in chunks, in parts. No, I don't know. I don't work that way. I totally just demolish a book in one go. So even if it takes me a while. So I'm very excited. And I think that this is a good translation. There are 2 translators. Richard Pavir, Larissa Volakonsi. Wow. You know what that booktuber Emma does? Emma, she can pronounce everyone's names perfectly. And that is my fatal flaw. Not only do I have the memory of a goldfish sometimes, I have no idea how to pronounce people's names correctly. So I have no idea who these people's names are. But I'm sure if you look for the Vintage Classics War and Peace, and you look, there are 2 translators on this copy. And I think, anyways, I read a good review, okay? I read a good review. So I think it's okay. And I also would love this to be like my study one. And then if I love it, I can always buy like a special edition, like a nice one. But I had this one in the bag because I feel like this is already like, it was their only copy in store. And so I had a little blurb on it. So I'm like, Anyways, yeah, those are the books I got. Sometimes I feel like it's my job to undo the athleisure culture. Here's my little whatever, and there's the shirt I'm running in. You know, like, just run whatever you got. Like, it doesn't matter. I'll still redo this like a little ponytail thing in a second, I think. There's a crumb on my face. It doesn't matter what you work out in. Okay team, I'm going to this new bookstore in town. Today's been like a poopy day, but we're still gonna do things that make us feel good. And books make me feel good. And I'm in a book club that I need to pick up a new book for. So we're gonna do it. Yeah. Okay. So we tried going to the bookstore. We tried and it was closed. So instead I went to this vintage clothing store, which I love. And it turns out they're closing in a few weeks. And I'm actually about to leave my hometown and go back to my other home. But it's okay. I'm gonna try and hit the bookstore tomorrow. I just like couldn't find it first of all, and I was like walking back and forth past it on kind of like a weird spot, and as people started staring at me because they're just like, what is this gal doing in my tiny skirt and my like sweater walking back and forth? Anyways, it's okay. I'm gonna go tomorrow and I'm gonna go home. These sandals are new and I've been wearing them a lot, so I have little blisters on my feet. So yeah, we're gonna go home. This is me trying to hold my head up. It's not going well. So I think I'm gonna cut the vlog here. We've done some adventures. I didn't get any footage of me really traveling, but you know, I don't know how I feel about like filming in an airport and like getting a bunch of strangers in there, and like, I don't know that I care about judgment as much as just somehow getting in trouble, you know what I mean? Sorry, it's not a bunch of random footage, but this is just my fun little collection of days and fun time together, and books, always books. Anyways, come back next time for more strictly book content. But now you've just been hanging with me for a few days, so I hope that was fun. Okay, bye.